Okay, this evening, guys, I would like us to do a little bit of practice from last week's volitional to shimasu, to say to have an attempt at doing something. And then we're going to do Tom's request, which was the indefinite pronouns, I think it's called, which we'll come to. Don't you worry about it. So first, let's just remind ourselves of what we did last week. Oops, just a second. ちょっと待ってください. I need to stop sharing that. Hi, Joel. You're just in time.
すみません。
いいですよ. Okay, so just a quick reminder, if we're trying to say that we have a go at doing something, we'll have a kind of a good old try at attempting something. Not to test something, not to experiment, but to try and succeed at something. Then we use this form volitional to suru. So compare it to te mimasu. If I say kono nomimono o nonde mimasu, this means kind of trying something for the first time, testing it, sampling it. Excuse me a second. Experimenting with it, just to sort of taste it, just to try it, or maybe just to listen to something for the first time to see what it's like. But this is slightly different. This means not about an attempt to experience it, but actually to try and win the moment. So, for example, you don't try to test out to see the taste of blowing up the Death Star. You actually try to blow up the Death Star. For example, the dog tried to eat my ice cream. Inu ga ore no ice cream o tabeyo to shimashita. So this doesn't mean the dog took a little test to see what it tasted like. It knew that it wanted ice cream, but it tried to get it. So the construction of this is verb in the plain volitional. So iku becomes iko, sosogu, sosogo. So we remember how to do the plain volitional. And then we just finish this with to suru. And you can put this in the past or the negative by changing the to suru part. Okay, so as an example, let's try this one. So Tom, would you like to have a go at this one? The thief tried to take my wallet.
If my wife shuts up, yes. I think Dorobo was thief, Dorobo ga.
Educate her how to shut up. Sorry, go ahead.
So Dorobo ga.
Yeah.
Watashi no saifu o. And then toro to shimashita.
Very good. Yes. Dorobo ga watashi no saifu o toro to shimashita. Okay. Everybody okay with this one? Excellent.
Andy, what was the real verb for to steal?
Nusumu.
Nusumu.
Yeah. So you can say nusumo or toro. Toru, to take, is a completely acceptable word for stealing as well, just to take. Toru. Okay, let's try some examples, shall we? And we'll start from the bottom, I think. Oi, oi, oi. So, Tobe, would you like to try this first one? I will attempt to wake up at 5 a.m.
午前5時
午前5時, yeah.
Then we have 起きます but 起こ
So it's a group 2 verb, okiru.
起きる then we have 起きよ
Yes, good. Okiyo.
起きようとする
Okiyo to suru. So suru or shimasu.
します
Yeah, good. And what's this particle here?
に
Yeah, good, good. Ni, exactly. Gozen goji ni okiyo to shimasu. Excellent. Simon, I always try to read to improve my Japanese. So I always try to read this means in Japanese, to improve my Japanese.
What's to improve? How do you say that?
So you've got a choice really. So the really easy way is to make E good into yoku, it's adverb, and then just put suru after it. This means to make good. There are other ones you can use. So hatten suru means to develop. And I think, what did we say the other day? Was it hatatsu suru? I don't remember what Sophie said. I think it was hatatsu suru. Just a second. Hatatsu. Oh, maybe it's hatatsu. Hatatsu suru. Hatatsu suru. This also means to develop or to grow. But yokusuru or hatten suru is probably the most useful ones.
私の日本語を発展するように。
発展するように。
I don't remember always.
So this is what we're going to study today, actually. It's itsumo.
いつも、日本語で、so volitional 読もうとします。
Very good, perfect, well done. 私の日本語を発展するように、いつも日本語で読もうとします。Good. Now, I was hoping that Yuki was going to be here this week to help me with this. I think this needs to be hatan dekiru yo ni rather than suru. If we use suru, then we can have tameni. So we can put tameni exactly in this because there is some direct intentionality between reading in Japanese to improve your Japanese. So we could say haten suru tameni as well. Suru tameni. So both of these I think are fine. Cool, good. Annika, I'm going to try to finish my homework tonight.
Shugaku was.
You mean shukudai?
Shukudai, yeah. But first we need evening or tonight.
Yeah.
Konban.
You can use konban. You would be understood. It's more usual to use konya.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why konban's not used, but I think konban is maybe reserved for using when you say konbanwa. Maybe.
Okay. Konya shukudai. Oh. Owaru was no.
Can use this, but a better one would be if you get your AE Dix ready and type in owaru, because you know that means to finish, but we don't know if it's the transitive or the intransitive at the moment. So let's find out. So owaru, and it says VI, so it's an intransitive verb. But we're trying to do something to homework, so we really want the transitive, don't we? So let's click on it, go to kanji, and then it gives us a list of kunyomis that we can see. And one of these will sound like owaru, but won't be the same as owaru.
I have to say, I delete Addict because I have problems with the app. So I
What?
didn't- yeah, because the last time I didn't find Kawaiso.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a problem with the app, and I didn't install it again.
So sometimes I think when you download it, you sometimes have to agree to download the additional dictionaries as well. But I really recommend. There's a few apps that I buy. One of them is Kanji Study, and the other one is AEDICT, and it's only like a couple of euros. I really recommend buying it.
Okay.
So this gives you full access to all of the functionality of AEDICT, and it's pretty awesome, really.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, do it, man.
I will, yes.
So Kim, can you help Annika then? What word did you find?
I think oeru.
Oeru. Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, so Konya Shukurai o Oe Yo.
Very good. Oeyo.
To shimasu.
Very good. Yes. Konya shukurai o oeyo to shimasu. Excellent. Well done. We'll skip that one. I'll go on to something much happier. Let's talk about suicide, shall we? Really good to talk about this during the pandemic. David, he tried to suicide last year.
Suicide is jisatsu.
Jisatsu, sort of. Yes, good.
Okay. Kyonen kare ga jisatsu shiyo to shimashita.
Very good. Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Well done.
Kare o kara?
Sorry, let's just typo. Kare. Thank you.
Kare.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, just a mistake. Let's just move this up a little bit. Amanda, I tried to run fast, but I couldn't get on the train. So you're not muted on Zoom, but I can't hear you. Having problems with the laptop again. Try rejoining. Speak again, Amanda, just in case. Yeah, it's not a problem with Zoom. Zoom doesn't have you muted, but yeah, try leaving and then rejoining. Or you could join via your phone and talk via your phone with headphones. What does that say? Shit laptop or something? 9 laptop? New laptop. Oh, okay. New laptop. What do you have you got your phone with you? But you've left your phone in the toilet. Is that what you're saying?
Andy?
Yeah.
If it's a new laptop, then maybe she has to give the authorization to the app to use the microphone.
Could be, yeah. Amanda, try closing Zoom down completely, going back in again, and authorizing Zoom to use your microphone. Okay, see you in a few minutes. There's no rush. We'll still be here, don't worry. Kim, I tried to run fast. I couldn't get on the train. You get it instead. This is called, what's it called? Collateral damage, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Denja.
Yes. Come on, Annika. Come on.
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't stop, Annika.
It's okay. Annika, it's okay. I've muted you. Don't worry. It's okay.
You were doing great.
Okay, wrong.
Denja.
So that's actually wrong. It's not the thing you start with.
That's right. But I couldn't get on the train. And now I'm doubting if I have to start with couldn't get on the train.
You should doubt, because you shouldn't start with that. Because
should...
we've got a big but here, which means this is going to be ga, and everything before the ga is going to be this schniffle schnaffle. And everything after the ga is going to be this people weeble.
So hayaku.
Good.
Hayaku and to run, that I don't know. Run. Let's have a look.
Just a second, Kim. Amanda, sound test. Can you speak? Speak,
Come on.
Amanda. Maybe hang on, connecting to audio.
Oh,
So this
come
is
on.
Kim. This is Hashiru. Hashiru.
My AE dict is flipping.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect. That's
Oh,
better.
yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like, yeah, I mean, I've been on Zoom meetings on this before and it does this every time and I don't understand what it is that I need to do, but I think I have to click on join with computer audio because it doesn't do it automatically. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to do this. But there might be an option to always do it, a tick box which says.
It must be because my previous laptop just did it, so
yeah,
why it catches me out all the time. Sorry about that.
That's good. Right, Kim's just having a go at the one you had, so you can sit back and chill.
Hayaku Hashiyo.
It's actually a group 1.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Is
actually
it group 1? Yes.
And actually, you already know this word from the Ido.
Damn, I don't like it when you say that.
I know. It's bad enough being told that your Japanese isn't good enough. Being told your Ido is awful as well. Torabashiri? Do you know this one?
Never heard of it.
What? You do Jikiden,
He's
right?
Jikiden, yeah.
Yeah, you have this in Jikiden as well, I think.
Torabashiri.
Andre, it's the same. It's the same in Jikiden, isn't it? Or standing Okuden?
Yes, Torabashiri, same name.
Kim, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Is it the kata or what?
Of course.
No.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know that one.
What? Oh my God. You should join a decent school.
Yeah.
This is the one where you fall on the sword in the end.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Trip over your hakama and cut your head off on the way down.
I hope Yuki doesn't see this on the recordings.
She's got much better things to do with her life than watch this kind of rubbish.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
So where were we?
Hayaku.
Hayaku.
It's a group 1. It's a group 1.
No, it's not. I don't know how to make that volitional anymore.
I don't know how to do it anymore.
No, I only know
Okay.
a group 2 verb.
It's a group 1 verb.
It's a group 1. No, group 2.
No,
Top of the ru and yo.
This is a group 1 verb. Kairu, to go home, is also a group 1 verb, and it still ends with the ru.
Kai.
Just because it ends with a ru doesn't mean it's necessarily a group 2 verb.
No, but I saw that it was a group 1.
Hashirimasu desu yo. Group 1. Group 1. So iku becomes iko. Kaku becomes kako. Tatsu becomes tato.
Tato.
Or tatoshika. And so kairu, kairu probably becomes, what do you think kairu becomes? Kim, back to the screen. Stop searching through your notes. What does kairu, do you think that becomes?
Kairo.
Kairo. So therefore, hashiru. Oops. Hashiru.
Hashiro.
Hashiro. You see, it wasn't that hard.
Hayaku hashiro ga.
Yeah.
No?
We have to say
to shimashita.
To shimashita. Good.
Ga.
Good.
Denwa de. No.
That means by telephone. Densha.
Densha. Getting on was Noru.
Good. Noru. But this I could not get on.
Noru. Noraremasen.
It's also group 1 actually.
No.
These pesky group 1 verbs finishing with ru. Nore, good. I heard something. Nore.
Nore. Noremasen. Noremasen.
It's in the past though.
Noremasen deshita.
Very good. Okay. And what about this particle here? What do you do with this?
Mhm. I wanted to do something at densha de.
You're not really getting on at the train, are you? You're actually getting on the train. You've actually got a choice here. You can go the easy route or the harder route.
To or ni?
Ni means you, this is the easy way. You don't have to worry about changing this because this is in the potential form. This can just stay ni. So you can have ni or you could have Luis.
Ga.
Ga, exactly.
Ga, because it is potential.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Densha ga
yes.
noremasen deshita or densha ni noremasen deshita. Both are fine, actually. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, let's unmute.
Luis, I will try to swim the English Channel next spring.
次の春 there was a special word last week for English Channel.
There was, it was a, what's France again? A butsu something? What was it? A buts. Oh, I'll just type English Channel.
I have in my notes a futsukaikyo.
A futsukaikyo. Thank you.
Hmm.
A futsukaikyo. Thanks. Sure.
Then ni
Yep.
oyogu oyogo to suru.
So in the keigo de suruじゃなくて
shimasu.
Shimasu. Good. Yes, exactly.
Hi.
So this
So
is
why
one of
not
those.
ni?
Well, if you said ni, this would
Mm.
first be wrong anyway, because
Okay.
it means you're swimming to the English Channel.
So then maybe de.
This would
Like-
mean this means you're swimming in the English Channel,
Mm.
but this is actually swimming across the English Channel. So what would you?
O.
Or yeah, exactly. This is one of those rare occasions where you'd use or to
Ah.
talk about
Okay.
completely swimming across the English Channel. Or you'll go toshimasu. Very good, excellent. Andre, she's trying to open the door, but it is locked from the inside.
彼女が扉を You know I don't use foreign words.
Normal words. Yeah.
開けようとしています
Good.
が、
はい。
裏側
So, 裏側
です。裏側から
Mhm. So, lock.
閉まっています。
Yeah, this is good. This is good. 閉まっています. Okay. Good. Excellent. If you wanted to use something more like locked, what would you use, Andre? Do you remember? It's this.
鍵をかける。
Yes.
鍵をかける。
鍵をかける. So how would you squeeze it into this example? Because we now have to use the what's it called? Not the present continuous, or is it the present continuous? Something like this. State continuation. We have to use
state continuation.
Yeah.
裏側から、
So it's just this last bit really. 鍵をかけて、鍵がかけてあります。 あります. Excellent. Well done. Good. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. Joel, She tried to grab the boy's shoulder, but he ran away.
彼女が男の子の肩を I can't remember the word for grab.
Skamu, I think. Skamu.
掴もうとしました
Yes. としました
が
が、yep.
彼が
彼が
逃げました。
Very good. 逃げました Perfect. Excellent. Well done. And Roger, you get the easy one. The teacher tried to make his point understood. So the point, I've added some vocabulary here. Point, important point, is ryoten. And to understand, it's rikai suru. But we have to remember that this is making his point understood. So we have to put this into the causative form. Okay, go.
Sensei wa. Start strongly.
Startish means go on, Roger.
Ryuten. Ni.
Kanpai. Kanpai. Ryoten. So it's actually doing something to the ryoten. So it's not ni, but.
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Rikai. And then the causative form of suru, which
So yeah, it's one of these ones that you just had to memorize. So saseru is the plain form of the causative of suru. So you can see it looks like a group 2 verb.
So you said saseru, didn't you? Not
yes, saseru.
Because you typed sareru.
Oops, sorry. Thank you. Saseru. Just goes to show you shouldn't drink cocktails before class.
Saserin.
It's group 2, remember? So to turn this into the volitional.
Saseyo.
Yes, good. Saseyo.
To shimashita.
Very good. Shimashita. Excellent. Well done. Yeah, this pesky causative stuff, which later on we'll have to try and practice causative and passive a bit more, so it becomes a bit more instinctive. Nasuka-chan, me wa dou desu ka? Itai desu ka?
I'm not sure if I understand. Newa?
Medama wa itai desu ka?
It's okay.
大丈夫ですか?
大丈夫です.
はい。じゃあどうぞ。Kyoko tried to bring the argument to an end.
Kyoko-san wa, I'm not sure about the argument. It's Jiron?
So yeah, we discussed this on Tuesday actually. You can use giron, but it's probably better
Giron?
to use kenka.
Kenka.
So if you go into A edict and look up argument, the first one I think that comes up is indeed giron. But this means an argument like a discussion, like a scientific argument. So it's not quite the same as a fight. So it's better to use kenka. This really means a kind of shouting at somebody.
And argument is something really different in Polish.
Oh, what does it mean?
So, It's a point in discussion.
Right, exactly. So yeah, this is really so giron would be fine for this, but not really kenka. Sorry, giron would be fine for this. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yoko-san wa kenka o owaraseyou to shimashita? Owaraseru? It's
Owaraseyou.
Owaraseyou to shimashita.
Very good. Yes, exactly. Oh, really good. So here, just in case you're wondering, guys. So Annika, when you did yours, you did oeyo, which means for you to finish something else. But to make what Naska's done here, she's using owaru and putting this into the causative to make other people finish the argument.
I tried to learn a bit.
Oh, this is good. This is really good.
Because I have free time because of my eye.
Yeah, this is
but
good.
I'm not sure about this.
No, this was fine. This is really good. This is really good. It's perfect. Amanda, you're lucky you get off from doing these ones. Okay, guys, let's have a read at these, shall we? So if you can unmute yourself.
On to test. Oh, the German anger.
It's cats.
Oh, she's cute when she's angry.
Don't tempt the dragon. Don't tempt the dragon.
A water bottle.
Okay, here we go. 午前5時に起きようとします。
午前5時に起きようとします。
私の日本語を発展できるようにいつも日本語で読もうとします。
私の日本語を発展できるようにいつも日本語で読もうとします。
いつも日本語で読もうとします。
今夜、宿題を終えようとします。
今夜、宿題を終えようとします。
去年彼が自殺しようとしました。
去年が自殺しようとしました。
早く走ろうとしましたが、電車が乗れませんでした。
早く走ろうとしましたが、乗れませんでした。
次の春、英仏海峡を泳ごうとします。
次の春、仏海峡を泳ごうとします。
彼女が扉を開けようとしていますが、裏側から鍵がかけてあります。
彼女が扉を開けようとしています。裏側から鍵がかけてあります。
彼女が男の子の肩を掴もうとしましたが、彼が逃げました。
彼女が
男の子の肩を掴もうとしましたが、彼が逃げました。
先生は両点を理解させようとしました。
先生は両点を理解させようとしました。
京子さんは喧嘩を終わらせようとしました。
京子さんは終わらせようとしました。
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
In the one about the boy's shoulders, what is the ko no doing after? So if you've got otoko no kata is the boy's shoulders. So what's the ko no?
Otoko no ko means.
Well, yeah, no ko or.
It's no ko. This means
right. Okay.
This means the child. So otoko no ko means
Right.
a boy. Onna noko means a girl. If you just said otoko by itself, it means a man. Onna by itself means a woman.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Andy-san,
Hi, dozo.
I couldn't find Ryoten in AE. I'm just wondering which two kanji is that.
Maybe I've extended the your too long. Your 10. No, it's. It might be that I used that horrific thing called Google Translate to find it. Yeah, it's not there, is it? Let's have a quick look on Google Translate a second.
Here's a summary from Google support. You can control whether Chrome will offer to translate.
Your 10. Nine. Maybe it's your. Actually, I think it's your 10. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It shouldn't be your 10. It's your 10, Andre. I beg your pardon.
Your 10.
Yeah. Hitsuyo no yo tasu 10. Where was that again? It should be here. Yeah. Your 10. Your 10. This is. Let me just write it in. Your 10. This one.
Hey, your 10.
Want to correct the vocabulary while
Thank you.
Sorry, Roger.
Well, when you copy that question in next time, the vocabulary list will still have the wrong word in it.
Yeah, I'll just change it now, actually.
I was just thinking.
Where is it? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Right. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. I was going to give Amanda a... Oh, sorry. So if you want to... Otoko noko is quite long. So you can say danshi. Danshi also means boy. And joshi means girl. Just make sure I've got the length of that jaw, right? I'm pretty sure it's jaw. Ooh.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, maybe it's Joshi. Hang on. Joshi. Sorry, it should be Joshi, not Joshi. It's Joshi.
I found shunen. Is that wrong?
Shinen.
Shunen.
Oh, shunen. Probably means youngster. Shunen. With a long oo.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even see that. Shunen.
Possibly shonen.
I think
shonen.
shonen.
Shonen. Shonen. Yeah, that means boy. Or juvenile. Yeah, like Shonen Knife. The worst pop band ever. Yeah, Shonen you can use as well for boy.
Okay.
Cool. So Amanda, so you're not feeling lonely. You're not getting a question.
I'm not feeling lonely.
Oh, trust me, I don't mind. I tried to write a letter in French, but it was too difficult.
Furansugo de Tegami o Kakeyo.
No, it's group 1, Kaku.
Kako.
Yes. Kako.
Ga.
We need the rest of the attempt in here though.
Toshimashita.
Toshimashita.
Ga.
Yeah.
Musukashi deshita.
Musukashi. They can't. Musukashi. The adjectives have to be put into the special past tense, don't they?
Musukashi kata.
Yes. And then we need something at the end.
Deshita.
Just des.
Oh, des.
Yeah. So the past is inflected here in the adjective. Yeah. Musukashi kata desu. Excellent. Any questions, guys? Okay. Right. So today who's here to cause problems? Probably only Simon. With Piotr Kukla not here, it means I've only got to worry about you asking difficult questions. Okay, I think
Depending
I can
on
manage.
what problem you're talking about.
Yeah, it's normally about grammar, the general idea of grammar, which is not my strong point. So if Simon or Piotr are here, I normally have to kind of make shit up. But as it's only one of you, I can probably manage it.
Because
Okay.
I can cause any problem you want.
I don't mind. I don't mind problems where you ask questions. It's problems when you ask difficult questions where you probably know the answer better than I do. That's the problem.
You're underestimating us.
Oh, could be. Right. Let us have a look. So on Tom's request, we're going to do indefinite pronouns today. Already, I'll just bring this up that these need a bit of practice because there is a method for making indefinite pronouns. But
Okay, first, what are indefinite pronouns?
I'm going to explain. So it means things like always, never, everything, nothing. But the problem is that even though you can kind of memorize the rules and create indefinite pronouns, typically a good 50% of them are not used, and Japanese people use alternatives instead of actually making these proper indefinite pronouns. Let's have a look and I'll explain. This means things like if we have the total set, this means everyone, everywhere, all the time. The open set means anyone, anywhere, anytime. And the absent set means no one, nowhere, never, nothing, things like this. Okay, so this is when it's all, this is when it can be any, and this is when it's never or nothing. Okay, this is what indefinite pronouns are. In principle, although not necessarily in application, all indefinite pronouns are started with the interrogatives. For example, who is dare, what is nan or nani, when is itsu. After these interrogatives, we then add, if we're doing the total set or the absent set, we put more after them. And then we can decide whether or not it's the total set by adding a positive verb or a positive state, or we can make the absent set by, excuse me a second, I'm just going to, or we make the absent set by making a negative verb or state. I'll just give you a second if you want to make any notes. That means make notes. Okay, so here's some examples. Let's start with David. So if I said dare mo ikimasu, this would mean
dare mo is everyone is going?
Yeah, everyone is going. Good, good. And Kim, dare mo ikimasen, though, would mean
everyone is not going.
yes, that's a very literal translation. How would we say this in normal language, though?
No one is going.
Right, no one is going. But you're right. Everyone is not going is actually what it translates into. Everyone is not going, which means no one is going. Annika, nani mo wakarimasu.
everyone,
nanimo.
everything is understood.
Yep. So this means, say it in English, in normal English. Yeah.
Normal
right, so,
English.
yeah. Make a sentence which says not everything is understood, but I
understand everything.
Good. Yes, exactly. And Louise, nanimo wakarimasen.
I don't understand anything.
Yes, good. Exactly. Yeah. Itsumo isogashii desu. Simon, itsumo isogashii desu.
I'm always busy.
I'm always busy. Good. Yes. And Andre, itsumo isogashiku nai desu.
I'm always not busy.
Yeah. So, but say this now in a normal English sentence. I'm always not busy would be said as.
How to say that in normal sentence?
Never busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I'm never
Thank you,
busy.
Kim.
Yeah. So this flips from always to never based upon whether this is a positive or a negative. The open set, this anyone, anywhere, anytime, again, we take the interrogative and we put demo after it. Now, usually this would be followed by an affirmative verb, sometimes negative or state, but usually affirmative. For example, was Andre Tobe, dare demo sanka dekimasu.
He didn't attend.
Not he didn't attend, but
who didn't attend?
No.
Who could attend?
No. Don't think of this as question. Dare is
okay.
who, of course, but this means with it, as it's the open set with demo, it means which one?
So anyone.
Anyone
could attend.
Yes, anyone can attend.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Joel, nandemo daijoubu desu. You're muted, Joel, by the way.
Demo, anything?
Yep.
Anything is all right?
Yeah, anything's all right. Anything's okay.
Anything's okay, yeah.
Tom, itsudemo kittemo ii desu.
So anytime cutting is good.
Not cutting. This means
coming in.
Sorry. This is this should be with a 1T. I've just realised it's an error. Sorry. Kittemo ii desu. Sorry. Let's just click through that again. Saru ki kara ochiru ne. Itsudemo kittemo ii desu.
Anytime you come, it's fine.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you can come anytime. Exactly. Now, that's all fairly non-controversial, I think. But many of these above combinations that we've done, for example, nani mo wakarimasu, are often replaced with alternatives, such as, if you want to say everyone or even all, you can use minna or mina. You can also use, for everything, you can use subete. When I say you can use, what I mean is usually Japanese people use these instead of nani mo. Nani mo is most often used to mean nothing. Nani mo wakarimasen. Yeah. And then you can use zenbu if this is the this means all in the affirmative, or zen if you use the negative for nothing at all or not at all. You need to write these down, guys, in case you're not
Do I remember this correctly, that you then still have to use it, like zen, for example, you still have to use it with a negative state
Exactly.
or verb, right?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, in conversation, you might infer that. If somebody said, wakarimasu ka? If you said, zen, this means, not at all. Yeah, yeah. Everybody good? Cool, okay. So here I've given you, let's just go through some of these first, shall we? So this is where, firstly, if we want to make something out of a question, for example, someone, something, one way or another, that should say, somewhere, sometime, someday, we simply take the interrogative and put ka after it. So someone is dareka, something is nanika, dorika? Yeah, dorika. Somewhere, dokoka, sometime, itsuka, for some reason, nazeka. Okay, this is slightly separate to what we've just done, but this is going to help us with the exercises. I hope that you already have these written down, or they're so firmly wedged in your brain that you can't make a mistake. Or you can take a screen dump. So let's just look at what usually gets used for these, what are they called again? Indefinite pronouns. No one or everyone is daremo. There isn't really another way of saying this. Nothing or everything is nanimo. Nothing or everything doremo. Nowhere, everywhere, dokomo. Always or never, itsumo. And for no reason or for every reason, nazemo. So again, you have to say if it's the negative or the affirmative based upon the verb or the state you put after this. Ale, but these are the ones here that Japanese people mostly use. So daremo is most often used for the negative. Daremo ikimasen. Usually for everyone, we use minna or mina. For everything, zenbu instead of nanimo. Nanimo is most often used in the negative. Totally or not at all, zen. Or absolutely or never, zettai. And then here again, you can see a summary of the, what did I say? Was it the open set? Was it called? Open set, was it? Yeah, the open set. Anyone, dare demo, anything, nan demo, anything, dore demo, anywhere, doko demo, anytime, itsu demo, or any reason, naze demo. These slides are, of course, available for your downloading, printing, and inserting into a nostril at your leisure. Okay. There's a bit more information on these guys. Mostly particles are dropped, except for when you're using ikimasu or a movement verb in the sentence, in which case we may still need to use ni or e. So this applies when you're using movement or existence, or if you're speaking to somebody, we still need to use ni or e. This will become clearer. Some examples of, let's go through some of these. There is no one here. Annika, how would you do this one? There is no one here.
Daremo daremo irimasen.
Not irimasen, but daremo.
Arimasen.
Arimasen is for objects. It's e, but you've made irimas, which isn't the right way of using this verb. Iru becomes, it's a group 2 verb.
Iranai.
It's really funny. On Tuesday morning, somebody made exactly the same mistake as this, and I had to do exactly what I'm doing now, which is to just quickly explain it. There are 2 irus, well, at least 2 irus in Japanese. The group 2 iru, which means
to exist.
Iru, to exist. Good. Yeah. So it's the same iru as in iaido, and then the group 1 iru, which means to exist. And this is for animate objects. Anybody I'm sure I know that Andre knows this one, but anybody else recognize this other iru?
Need.
Need, to need, exactly, yes. To need. Exactly. Hello, Zoe. Back to work. Yeah, to need. So the group 1, this would become irimas when we make the mass form, but as to exist is group 2, this becomes Annika?
Imas.
Imas, and then the negative would be
Imasen.
Imasen. Excellent. Cool. Let's just get out of this. Get out of it. Wow, Zoom's been really painful this evening. Let's turn it off. So there is no one here. Would be
Daremo imasen.
Exactly. Daremo imasen. David, I have everything.
Everything. Nani mo arimasu.
Good. Okay. I've put a little pink star here because we'll come back to it. This is an exception, which we'll come back to. So you could use, instead of nani mo, if you weren't sure, you could use this other word, which is subete. Subete. If you weren't sure how this changes depending on the affirmative or the negative, you can just use subete. So you still use this with a verb. So you would say
subete arimasu.
Yes, good, exactly. Subete arimasu. Kim, tomorrow I will do nothing.
明日どれもしません。
Okay, so this would mean tomorrow I won't do anything. You could use this as well, actually. This is fine. Doremo shimasen. You said doremo or doredemo?
Doremo.
Oh, doremo. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, you can use this. Sorry, this means I'll do nothing. You're correct. I'll do nothing. Louise, anyone can go.
誰でもcan go, so like 行く so 行けます
Yes, good. 誰でも行けます good. Andre, I can use it anywhere.
どこでも使えます。
Perfect. どこでも使えます. Joel, every direction is busy. Didn't you have this one on Tuesday?
No, we haven't done this on Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday morning we did this. Sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't on
right.
Tuesday.
Okay. It was somebody who looks like you, I think.
So I would say direction is whole, right?
Yeah, but how would you say which way?
Oh,
what's the interrogative for which way?
Dochira.
Dochira. Dochira. Exactly. Dochira.
Dochira everywhere. So dochira isogashi, dochira mo isogashi desu.
Okay, so isogashi is for busy people, but for somewhere to be busy, this actually means crowded. So
Okay.
do you remember how to say crowded?
Nope.
Konde imasu.
Konde imasu. Okay, so isogashi, dochira mo konde imasu.
Perfect. Dochira mo konde imasu. Roger, Thailand is always hot. I'm talking about the temperature, baby. You know what I mean.
Thailand or probably wa.
Yeah.
It's more.
What's hot, baby?
Can't remember.
Atsui.
Ah. Thailand or wa. It's more atsui desu.
Perfect. Thailand wa itsumo atsui desu. Amanda?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
I've also heard for always instead of itsumo, kanarazu.
Kanarazu. Yeah.
Is it common, or is it something that's not commonly used?
No, you can use kanarazu, but it means something slightly different. And funnily enough, this exact same point was made on Tuesday as well. Kanarazu means. Oh no. Somebody else made it. I think Yadi asked it. Kanarazu means always, but it means that you should be sure to always do something. So it doesn't mean the same as an event happening all the time. No, it does mean the same as an event. But if you're talking about, say, something being in a certain state, then you can't really use kanarazu. It's normally kanarazu normally goes with a verb actually. Kanarazu iai to ga aru to kakuni shite kudasai.
Okay.
Something like this, yeah. Hi Taya.
Andy, this was the same kanarazu we used when to say with certainty.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it kind of it's applicable with verbs really rather than state. What you can use actually, I'll just come off of this a second. It's not kanarazu, but there's this word aikawarazu, which means without change, and it really means as always. Aikawarazu. Taikoku wa aikawarazu atsui desu. But it's the sort of thing you'd say when you actually arrive and feel, as usual, Thailand is hot. Aikawarazu tai ga atsui desu.
What would be the big difference between itsumo and itsudemo in this case?
Itsudemo means at any time rather than all the time.
Oh, okay.
So if you said Thailand wa itsudemo atsui desu, it doesn't really make any sense. Although I suppose if somebody said to you, when is Thailand hot? Is it hot in the summer? And you'd say, hai, natsu ni atsui desu. Is it hot in the winter? Hai, fuyu ni mo atsui desu. Is it hot in the spring? Hai, haru ni mo atsui desu. Itsudemo atsui desu yo. So if somebody's asking these different choices, then you can say any time is hot. But if you want to just say generally, it's hot all the time, then you'd say itsumo atsui desu. I know why you're asking, Tobet, and I'll come on to it in just a second, because I know it's whether to use itsudemo and itsumo is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll come on to it. Amanda, nowhere is good.
Dokomo I dewa arimasen.
You did it again. You're trying to use dewa arimasen with I adjectives. You can't use that. So it would be, how would you say, not good?
Ikunai.
Not ikunai. So I, you can only use
yokunai.
Yokunai, yes, yeah. I can only be used in the affirmative present. Everything else is yoi. Treat it as yoi. Yokunai. Can you say the whole thing again, Amanda?
Dokomo yokunai desu.
Perfect. Dokomo yokunai desu. Excellent. Nasuka-san, imasu ka? For all or for some reasons, I have to work.
いくつのか理由で働かなければなりません。
私の日本語の能力より難しいです。Can you say it again?
いくつ
Mm-hmm.
いくつ is right? いくつか
Yeah.
いくつかの理由
So I would say どうしても。
どうしても
Yeah.
どうしても働かなければなりません。
Exactly, yes. どうしても働かなければなりません。
働かなければ
Yes, very good. Better than me. And Taya, Karen never plays tennis.
Sorry, I'm a bit lost now.
That's right. Oh, just using your existing. Yeah, you've missed the earlier bit, but how would you say this anyway? Go on, have a go. Think, how would you normally say this?
Never plays tennis. Karen wa? Never.
So, how would you remember never? Starts with a Z.
Zen tennis wo shimasu.
Very good. Exactly. Karen-san wa zen tennis shimasen. So, I mean, you could say Karen-san wa itsumo tennis shimasen. You could use this. So you can use itsumo to mean always or itsumo to mean never. But itsumo is usually used for always rather than never. So zen is better than itsumo. Tom, I would like to go anywhere.
Okay. So どこでも行きます。
I would like to go.
行きたければ。
No. What? 行きた。
So I would like to was this 行きたい?
Yes, 行きたい.
So 行きたいです。
行きたいです、yeah. どこでも行きたいです。Yes, good. Tobe, I can't eat anything.
Anything would be nanimo.
That's everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Nanidemo.
Nandemo.
Nandemo. Nandemo miemasen.
One more time.
Nandemo miemasen.
That means I can't see anything. This is I can't eat anything.
Eat.
And it was me.
Yeah. I read C. Sorry. Tabemasen.
I can't eat anything. So not I won't eat anything, but I cannot eat anything.
Taberarimasen.
Yes, good. Yeah. Nandemo taberarimasen. It's what Taya says when she goes to Poland. Okay, so I'll read the sentence, even though you're not supposed to read sentences in presentations. After a while, you realize you have to create the right combination in your own language first. Is anyone or everyone, anything or nothing? So a good with all of the with some of these examples, you could, for example, in English, replace anything with everything. So, for example, you arrive at a roundabout, at a rotary, and every direction is busy. Now, you could say in English, any direction is crowded, is busy. Or you could say every direction is busy. They both mean the same thing, don't they? Any way is busy or every way is busy. In English, this is basically the same, isn't it? So in this case, the Japanese would be the same as well. Dochira mo kondemasu or dochira demo kondemasu. Let's look at another one. I can't eat anything. Nandemo taberaremasen. Nani mo taberaremasen. I can't eat everything and I can't eat anything. Nani mo taberaremasen. Nandemo taberaremasen. Now, it would be really handy to have Yuki here to help. I was assuming he was going to be here because it would help me to understand this. If you say, for example, you're given a plate of food and you want to say, I can't eat it all. I can't eat everything. What would you say, do you think? Any guesses? Yeah, so this would actually mean I can't eat, I can eat nothing, which means I can't eat anything on the plate. So nani mo taberaremasen and nandemo taberaremasen basically mean the same thing. It means you can't eat any of it. But what we're actually saying is I can eat most of this, but I can't eat everything.
Maybe senbu.
Zenbu taberaremasen.
So zenbu taberaremasen also means I can't eat anything. Nothing is eatable. So this is hopefully when Yuki comes on Tuesday, we can look at this in a bit more detail. You have to say zenbu. Zenzen taberaremasen also means nothing is edible, nothing is eatable. You have to say.
Does it matter if it's all unpolite?
Well, maybe you want to eat some of it, but you can't eat all of it.
And taksam?
Taksam means a
danger,
lot.
unpolite.
I know. It's really difficult to do this. You actually have to say zenbu wa, or you can't even use nani more. Zenbu wa taberaremasen. This means I can eat some of it, but I can't eat all of it.
Just eat this food.
Like in the whole, I cannot eat.
So you're saying regarding everything, I can't eat it.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Well, makes it the subject.
Yes. Yeah. Now, we are going to have to spend time and practice and get experience for knowing all these different variations to say whether you mean I can't eat anything, I can't eat everything, I can't eat nothing. This is going to take time and practice, guys, which is why I put that little cloud on the first slide to say.
That one is really tricky because somebody offers you a plate of food in which there's something that you like, but there's something you can't eat, and you miss what you say. They just take it all away from you.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
You don't even get to eat what you like.
Fuck you. I spent hours making this food. Fuck you. You can't eat it. Yeah. So it's going to be tricky. So we'll have to learn by experience, basically, how to say this correctly. But for this one, I can't eat anything. Nani mo taberaremasen and nandemo taberaremasen are both the same. I can't eat anything. I can't eat everything. Let me just come off this a second, because you probably may be starting to realize that even in English, for example, I can't eat everything. Who are my English cohorts here? Roger, what does this literally mean? I can't eat everything in English. You're muted at the moment, by the way.
I can eat something.
Yeah, exactly. I can eat something, but not all, right?
Yeah.
But those of you who don't have English as your first language, you might think, and you would be right in thinking, I think, that this infers this, that this also means everything is inedible, which when it comes to English food is sometimes correct. I can't eat everything. I cannot eat everything which is on this plate. I cannot eat. Logically, although in the actual meaning in English is this one, this is the correct meaning. But logically, if you read the sentence, it kind of suggests that everything is not able to be eaten. So we have to kind of play around with the right nuance in Japanese to make sure that we get this correct. Yeah.
Like when you have a plate and there's lots of stuff you're allergic to, and then you say, oh, I am allergic to it, and then the person offering the plate is, what are you allergic to it? And then you're like, I can't eat everything, so everything is allergic.
Yeah, yeah. Or say somebody comes up, if you're a vegetarian, somebody comes up with a plate of sausages and sliced meats and all this kind of beautiful smorgasbord of meats, and then you say, I can't eat anything.
Pronunciation.
Yeah. Smorgasbord?
Oh, almost.
Go on, Tommy.
Smorgasbord.
Oh, I said this. So the difference in English, the one we're looking for really is I can't eat anything. So this really means I cannot eat anything here. So nothing is edible. This is what we mean in English, but in Japanese, nani mo taberaremasen and nandemo taberaremasen both mean that I cannot eat any. It means I can't eat anything. They both mean I can't eat anything. Everything on this plate I cannot eat. Everything is meat. I'm a vegetarian. I cannot eat anything on here. So although I said try and think in English about what you mean, we're going to have to kind of also sometimes ignore English and think about whether you mean you can't eat some parts or you can't eat everything. This is perhaps the most poorly explained lesson I've ever done, unless you guys can think of another one.
It's just because English has not enough words.
It's certainly
like can. In Polish we have potrafię and umiem, and there's only can or can't, and that's not enough.
Sorry, I just heard that English doesn't have enough words.
English has a lot of words, don't worry. Okay, so the bit I wanted to cover.
This is another example of you must understand the concept of what is being told, because if you try to translate it, if I try to translate it to my own language, it makes it even more difficult because I have to switch words. And I can't do word by word translation. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't understand the concept. I can't do the translation.
Exactly. I think I said this to Tuesday's group as well, and Tuesday evening's group too, that at your level now, guys, you really have to stop translating from any foreign language into Japanese and just think about the concept, the nuance, the situation, the logic of what is about to be said, and just construct the Japanese from fresh cloth. Don't try and translate from your own language. Sorry, David, you had a question or a point?
It's a small question about nanimo and nandemo. For the nan and nani in there, are there any hard and fast rules as to where when you're reading the kanji, nan or nani?
Really good question.
Or do we just have to learn it?
You just have to learn it. I went onto some websites a few months ago to try and see if there was a hard and fast rule about whether to use nanimo or nan. Was it nanimo or nani or nan?
Nandemo.
Yeah.
Nani or nan in a string of text that has that in it.
Yeah. And there was lots of websites where people claimed to have a rule, and then pretty quickly on the comments afterwards, somebody would say, "What about this exception?" And it completely undermined the rule that they tried to create. And I don't think there is a hard and fast rule. You have to basically learn it by by practice and learn all different situations. Obviously,
Or
there's
you-
difference. Go ahead.
Or use what sounds best.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically what I've ended up doing is just kind of you through repetition and from hearing other people, you understand which is the right one to use, whether it's nanny or nan. There are some rules, like for example, if you've got counters like glasses or sheets, this is always nan. It's not nani hai ga irimasu ka. It's nanbai ga irimasu ka. So there are some kind of local rules you can use, but there isn't one generic rule that covers everything really. Yeah, but in this case, nani mo and nan demo are the right assignments of nani and nan.
Yep, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. So if you type in into Google Translate, nani mo arimasu, which was David's answer to this one, which would be, you'd assume would be correct. Try it. See what it says. Now interested to see if the mobile app gives you the same answer as the web app.
Mine says there is nothing.
There is nothing, right?
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, that's good. Okay, glad we've got some consistency. There is nothing, but we've got nani mo, which is exclusive something or everything, and we've got arimasu, which is affirmative. So it should be I have everything. And this is a small exception in the Japanese, which is if you want to say I have everything or there is everything, you have to say nani mo kamo arimasu. Nani mo kamo arimasu. It's just one of those funny exceptions.
Where does this kamo come from?
I have no idea, but it's the same kamo as in kamoshiremasen. Yeah. I have no idea.
Excuse me, what should the translation be?
It should mean that either I have everything or there is everything.
Ah, yes, there is
everything.
There is everything.
Right, okay, it comes through as this. Right, good. Yeah.
Maybe it had something to do with duck.
I think it's maybe ducks. It's to do with I have all the ducks.
Have your ducks in a row.
Maybe this is what it is. Yeah. For those of you who are missing this joke, kamo also means duck, by the way.
Could I ask something about the first example on there?
Just before you do, I'm going to run a quick pun with Andre.
Sorry.
Andre, what's that bird out there by the pond?
Is that duck?
Nihongo de?
Kamo desu.
Demo, you only think it might be a duck.
Kamoshirenai.
So the whole thing? The whole thing?
Kamoshirenai.
So this. Amanda.
So when you say there is no one here, is the here bit implied?
No, well, it depends. You might want to make it more detailed by say koko ni daremo imasen.
And so it'd have to be ni.
Yes, yeah. Koko ni daremo imasen.
Could you use
No, because remember that iru and aru are stative verbs.
Right, okay.
And are treated the same way as movement verbs. So iku,
okay,
kaeru, kuru, iru, aru all need ni as their location marker.
Thank you.
I think that was the original question for me, what the difference was between dokomo and dokonimo.
It depends which one, it depends what the verb is really, Tom. If you wanted to say, I don't want to go anywhere, how about this one? I don't want to go anywhere.
I don't know which is dokonimo.
Good, yeah, dokonimo.
Because the ni is the direction.
Exactly, yeah. Dokonimo ikitakenai desu. Or dokonimo ikimasen. I won't go anywhere.
So this would be the room where we're going something or doing something in a direction.
Exactly, yes, yeah. If you want to say that everywhere is bad, though, this isn't about a direction, you're just making a statement. You'd say dokomo yokunai desu. Whew. That's all the slides I've got. I've got nothing else to tell you except this is going to cause us some time and some pain in just learning how to make the right combinations. So with that thought in mind, I'm going to put these up onto the screen, and as I'm feeling slightly hypoglycemic, I'll give you a few minutes to have a look, and then we'll come back and have a try while I go and get something to eat. Okay, back in a few seconds, guys.
Guys, quick! How do you solve the first one?
Google Translate.
Solving?
But Google Translate tells me there's nothing.
You need to say, okay, Google.
Okay, Google, play Baby Shark.
Oh no, Ice Mountain Demon.
Hey Siri, play Baby Shark.
Okay, omatase shimaimashita. Start with start from the bottom. Taya, do you want to try this one?
今日はとても疲れました。
Good.
どこにも行きたい。
Not eat, so
行きたくないです。
Yeah, exactly. Ikitakunai desu. Perfect. Good. Nasuka-san. Nasuka.
Hi.
Say.
Is it Babu?
So this.
John さんはバブに、全然来ます。
全然、バブに全然来ま。
来ます。来ません。
来ません. Yes, we must make it negative. 来ません. Good. Amanda, everyone knows Mayumi sound.
Dare mo Mayumi-san shirimasu.
Dare mo Mayumi-san. Or shirimasu. Right. So shiru, to know, is a slightly exceptional verb. There are only a few ways we can inflect it. If you know somebody, then this means you know them now. You are knowing them now. So this is in the affirmative is shite imasu. You can have shirimasen. I don't know. You can have shirimasen deshita. But you can't have shirimashita to mean that you knew something but you don't know it now. I realize that there are some mental diseases that might make that happen, but in Japanese you can't have shirimashita. You can only have shitemasu, shirimasen, and shirimasen deshita.
Because you don't know them at one point, you know them continuously.
Exactly. Once you know them, you know them. Yeah. So can you do this one again, Amanda?
Dare mo Mayumi-san wo shite imasu.
Yes.
Shite imasu.
Exactly. Yeah. Roger, when it becomes spring, actually, don't do this one because this one is going to be a special one, which I'll do in a second. How about this one? Mark is always free. If you're talking right now, Roger, you're muted, by the way.
Mark-san wa itsumo itsukashikunai.
Sogashikunai desu. Yeah, good, good. There is another way you can say this. So there's a na adjective, which means free. Do you remember?
No, that's why I chose that method.
Okay, this one works, but you can say instead of anybody.
Hima.
Hima. Hima desu. Yeah, good. Joel, I didn't go anywhere last week.
Senchu doko ni mo ikemasen. Ikimasen deshita.
Yes, good. Ikimasen deshita. Perfect. Good. Andre, I won't say this to anyone unless you pay me.
誰にも言いません。
Yes, good. 誰にも言いません. Perfect. Louise, you can sit anywhere.
Mm. どこでも乗られる。
What? One more time.
乗られる。
乗られる?
It's not 乗る to. Oh
that
no.
means to get on. Must be a big chair.
What's to sit?
座る.
座る. So どこでも座られる.
It's group one.
どこでも座れます.
Good. どこでも座れます. So why didn't you say どこも座れます? What's the difference between どこでも座れます and どこも座れます?
So I thought because of anywhere. So anywhere would be demo and I don't know how you can sit everywhere. I mean, you only have one butt, so
exactly. Unless you've got this massive room-sized butt, you can't use dokomo. Exactly this. Yeah, good. Kim, you can come to my house anytime.
家に、 anytime. いつでも、行けます。
Okay, so it's my house, so it's not ikemas, but come. Ikemas means you can go to my house. How would you say you can come to my house?
聞けます。
One more time.
聞けます。
No, so it's could. This is, remember, this is kuru, so this is the irregular verb. So you have to remember the. Go on, that's it.
こら
Yeah, go on, go on.
こられます。
Very good, perfect. Well done. It's ie ni itsudemo koraremasu. Good. Yeah. Can you say? Could I say? Ie ni itsumo koraremasu.
It's always.
Yeah. Could I say
Anytime or always. You can always. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You just rolled this through English as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
You just tried this out in English and it seems fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Itsumo koraremasu. You can come all the time.
Always.
Itsudemo koraremasu. Yeah. You can boot, in this case, the English and the Japanese are the same. You can use either of these. Itsumo koraremasu. Cool. David, when the weather becomes better, I would like to go anywhere.
Weather get better. Tenki ga yoku. When it has naru natara.
Very good. Natara. Very good.
Go anywhere. Doko demo ikitai desu.
Ikitai desu. Yes. Good. Good. Excellent. Annika, go ahead.
Bug conditional is also possible, right?
Yeah. So how would you do this?
Tenki ga yoku nareba.
Sorry, give me a second. Tenki ga yoku nareba.
Doko demo. And yes.
Excellent. Okay. Good. Yeah. Well done. Good.
So.
Toki.
Tenki. Go on, Joel. Read it out to me.
いい元気になった時どこでも行きたいです。
天気が良く Did you say 良くなる時?
I actually said なった時。
なった時 Yeah, this is good. なった時 Yeah, perfect.
Can you say yokoreba?
天気が良ければ that means if the weather is good. Yeah, if you want to say this is also an equivalent of saying this, isn't it? If the weather is good, I would like to go anywhere. Yokoreba. Well, that means something slightly different, doesn't it, Amanda? If the weather is good and when the weather becomes better. These are nuance-wise.
I guess it's more definite. The weather is going to become better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Hey. See, it's good to play. Sorry, Simon?
Yeah, I was just wondering a small thing. We have yet to see an example where demo, for example, doko demo, gets a particle. So we have seen doko ni mo, but could you say doko ni demo? Because this is a directive. This is an action of going somewhere, right?
Yeah, I was wondering about this as I was writing it. I thought maybe this should, as this is a movement, but I'm going to have to ask Yuki because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you can't say doko ni demo ikitai desu. I think it's just doko demo ikitai desu. I think the ni gets completely absorbed into this demo.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'll when I speak to Yuki, I'll ask him.
My dictionary says you can say doko ni demo.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but. Yeah, here's some examples as well. So one of the examples is onaji butsu wa doko ni demo mitsukarimasu.
Doko ni demo Can you say it again?
Onaji butsu wa doko ni demo mitsukarimasu. So you can find the same
things everywhere, right? Or anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
Doko demo. That's really weird because you wouldn't even use ni with this to say mitsukarimasu. Who's written that textbook?
Oh no, this is the app. Actually,
which one is it?
So, this would be Akebi.
I'm not. It might be doing the. Is it creating sentences like the same way Google Translate does?
No, I don't think so.
It's a discrete sentence.
This is quite similar to the one you use.
Really? Onaji butsu ni doko demo doko. Can you read it again?
Onaji butsu wa doko ni demo mitsukarimasu.
See, I would have thought that doko demo would be perfect for this because mitsukarimasu is a verb activity you're doing with demo. Okay, I'll have to pass on this. I can't say I really know.
But it's okay. But it seems more more common to say doko demo and just skip the ni.
Yeah, I think so. But let me check because I'm not entirely sure.
I have another sample with the movement then, if
Go
you
ahead.
want.
Yeah.
Ie no inu wa watashi ga iku tokoro ni wa doko ni demo tsuite iku.
My dog goes wherever I go in my house.
Yeah.
That would make sense because he's what's the final verb again?
Tsuite iku.
Tsuite. Yeah, so ik's got iku there, so that would make sense to have neither. Okay, I'll have to come back to it because I'm not really sure.
Andy?
Yeah.
If you put if you put it in edicto doko ni demo and you go with examples, then you find the same example with the dog as Toby said, but it says used very rare. So I still think you're correct that it's an exception because it says rare. But with examples, you get the one of the dog.
Right. Let's type in doko
Ni demo without spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually think this is the same platform.
And then examples.
Both the apps.
And then you have Uchi no inu wa watashi ga iku toko ni ha doko ni demo tsuteku. My dog follows me wherever I go.
Okay. So maybe this is then doko ni demo ikitai desu. Let's assume for now this is the way rather than not. Demo was just having demo by itself was my instinct, but maybe it should be doko ni demo ikitai desu. Let's go with this. And then I'll check with Yuki. Annika, did you have a question?
Senshu doko ni mo ikimasen deshita. With the ni,
Sorry,
is it
Annika,
just...
my internet just went unstable. I missed the last 10 seconds of everything. Can you say again?
Okay. For the example sentence with Senshu doko ni mo ikimasen deshita. I would like to know if can we also use doko demo, or is the ni thing particle because of particles with where to go and
Yeah, so I think with this one again you might have the choice to say Senshu doko ni demo ikimasen deshita. I think this suggests that this is also possible. But this
I just thought about change the ni into de, like anywhere.
This is what I thought. This is what I thought could be happening here. But the thing is, we've got a movement verb, so you wouldn't usually use de. I think this just means demo to mean any, rather than de more. Yeah.
And the ni just as a particle for
direction
going
travel
anywhere. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But leave this one for me to speak to Yuki about it. It's a bit tricky.
Okay.
Let's move on to red wine, which never has any controversy about it. Who was next, by the way? Who was the last person to answer? Who did the weather one? David. Annika, I think you're next. I can drink anything, but I prefer red wine.
何でも飲みたい。Can 飲められね。It's the potential.
Yeah.
飲めります。
Just 飲めます。
飲めます。が赤いワイン。
So just aqua wine, actually.
Yeah, yeah, and I forgot the to prefer.
You can use I like or is better. You don't have to use prefer.
Yeah, aqua wine. Hauきです.
Aqua wine ga suki desu. This would work. This because we've got this this bit before it. This kind of gives the context that you prefer wine, but there is just because I'm being pedantic, there's a slightly more technical way of saying this, isn't there? Nandemo de nomemasu ka aqua wine. Any contributions from the studio audience?
Machi.
Mashi is good, but what
ides?
No hoga. So we've got, I've heard ides, and I've heard, as Tom said, mashides. These are both fine. Yeah. Wine the hoga ides or wine the hoga mashides. Good. Okay.
Andy?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the hoga ides means more, and the mashi is preferable?
Yeah, yeah. So no hoga ides means better, and mashides means preferable. Is more preferable. Yeah.
So the one was translated more literally, and the other one's more nuanced.
Yeah. So nohoga ides, if you, I mean,
sounds better.
Well, it's assumed
case.
you're talking about yourself, and you're making a statement that red wine is better. Exactly. If you say mashides, it means personally you prefer red wine, rather than just saying generally red wine is better. Yeah. It's not that saying this nohoga ides is you imposing your opinion on the rest of the world, but this is just slightly better for that, for stating an opinion about it, a preference for it. Yeah. Okay, Simon. Dog. Actually, before we go to Simon, let's just read these, otherwise they're going to disappear off the screen. So if you can unmute yourselves, guys. 今日はとても疲れました。どこにも行きたくないです。
今日はとても疲れました。どこにも行きたくないです。
ジョンさんはパブに全然来ません。
ジョンさんはパブに全然来ません。
誰もまゆみさんをしています。
誰もまゆみさんをしています。
Just to be clear on this, this is one of those examples actually where normally would say 皆さん、みんながまゆみさんをしています because 誰も is usually used to mean nobody rather than everybody. You normally say みんな。
みんながまゆみさんをしています。
マークさんはいつも暇です。
マークさんはいつも暇です。
先週どこにも行きませんでした。
先週どこにも行きませんでした。
誰にも言いません。
誰にも言いません。
どこでも座れます。
どこでも座れます。
家にいつでも来られます。
家にいつでも来られます。
天気が良くなったらどこにでも行きたいです。
Tenki
ga
dokoni demo ikitai desu.
Nandemo nomimasu ka? Aqua wine. Has it disappeared? That's weird. I didn't delete. Has that mashy bit disappeared just now?
Yeah.
I didn't delete it. It just disappeared. Nandemo nomimasu ka? Aqua wine no hou ga suki desu.
Nandemo nomimasu ka? Aqua wine
Aka wine ga suki desu.
Okay, let's get rid of that. Simon, the dog tried to jump onto the counter, but couldn't take anything. Counter is counter.
犬はカウンターに What's jump?
Tobasu. Tobu. Sorry, tobu.
飛ぼうとしましたが、全部
So Zenbu would normally be used in the affirmative, to be honest.
Aha, right. No, that isn't that more for time anyway.
No,
it's
for things. Yeah.
Okay, let's use nani mo toremasen deshita.
Perfect, good. Inu wa counter ni tobou to shimashita ga nani mo toremasen deshita. Good. Tobe? I tried to listen to his explanation, but I couldn't understand anything.
Setsume ga.
Dare no setsume desu ka?
Kare no
setsume. So I tried to listen is actually here.
I tried. Stand still. Tried.
So Simon's actually given you the answer in the answer above.
Right.
The format.
Yeah. Of course. Then we have kiko.
What's the particle after setsume?
O.
Yes, good.
Kiko to shimashita.
Yep.
Nani mo.
We need a but here.
Ga.
Good.
Shimashita ga. Nani mo. Wakarimasen.
It's in the past.
Wakarimasen deshita.
Perfect. Well done. Yeah. Haru no setsume o kikou to shimashita ga nani mo wakarimasen deshita. Excellent. And Tom? I've learned to speak Japanese, but I can't read any kanji.
Gonna slightly change the sentence to make it easier for myself.
Don't.
Nihongo go.
Nihongo.
Go.
Nihongo go. Or just Nihongo.
Nihongo. O naraimasu.
Naraimasu.
Ga.
But this is a past tense, I've learned.
Narimashita.
Good.
Ga. Nandemo.
So this can be, let me help you here. So we need to put kanji as the thing that you cannot read.
Kanji ga.
Yeah, kanji ga. Then I cannot read any.
So the can't read is yomemasen.
One more time.
Yomemasen.
Yeah, good. And I can't read any to give that some authority.
So zen. Nothing.
Exactly. Zen yomemasen. This is perfect. Yeah. I would stay away from nani more in this instance. I would just go for zen. This is what everybody says. Zen yomemasen.
And now I tried to dodge the bullet by saying that I learned Japanese, but how would you combine the two words speak and learn? Would you use the stem?
Nihongo.
And naraimasu? Or...
okay. So I learned to speak Japanese. Nihongo well, what's to speak first?
So you can use hanasu or you.
Hanasu. So you is to say, hanasu is to speak.
So better hanasu then.
Yeah. So if you're asking me how I would do this, I would do it the easiest way, which is the way to speak. Nihongo no hanashikata.
The way to speak hanashikata. Yeah.
O naraimashita. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Somebody sent me this one earlier, actually, during today. Let's have a quick try. Okay. Volunteers, as you've all had a go now. Taya will volunteer. This is like Sunday morning EI, isn't it? Who's going to volunteer? Taya. You're going to volunteer.
Oh, Jesus. It's like payback time, right?
Yeah.
Managed.
We don't call it. It's not payback time. It's called retaliation.
Retaliation.
I mean, what is this sentence? So let's go along this theme of don't worry about translating the English, because English is full of crap you don't need. Let's understand what the action was.
Well, got in the club.
Right, exactly. I got in the club. Yeah. Which is a funny thing to say if you're a young girl.
Yeah.
It's a euphemism for getting pregnant, to get in the club. Yeah.
Depending on what club, doesn't it?
If it's not that, join the club, kind of.
It's not this one. No.
Nice.
What? Krabu?
Krabu, yeah. Kurabu.
Krabu ni haitakoto ka? I don't know. Krabu ni hairimasu?
I mean, yeah. I mean, look. If you said like Heidi Mashta, this means I entered the club. I managed to get into the club. I mean, it's the difference between Heidi Mashta and Heide Mashta. It's not that important, really. Let's go for Heide Mashta.
Okay. Ga. Dare. Now I didn't see what you did before. Dare demo. Shirana. Dare demo. Shirimasen.
Yeah, good. Okay, so you could have dare demo. You could also have dare mo shirimasen. Both of these are fine. Both of these are fine. Not knowing anybody and knowing no one is the same thing in this case. Yeah. Okay, just before we finish, guys, I just wanted to demonstrate, as I did to this morning's class, the futility, the pointlessness in trying to translate exactly from a language like English. So I'm going to give you a sentence and I'll demonstrate the futility of doing this. This evening, I am going to take my son to the cinema to watch a film at 8 p.m. and on the way we will buy some popcorn. Okay, so this is a pretty typical kind of English sentence. Okay, there's nothing funny about this. This is not unusually long or anything like this, but there are key details in here which are important to translate. Let's have a look at what they are. So the way I'm going to highlight those words which are important is to delete the ones which aren't important. So if I said that to you, like a telegram, you would completely understand, almost without fail, almost without any mistake, what I was saying, right? Let's just compare that to the original. Sorry, I should have copied and pasted this. This evening, I am going to take my son to the cinema to watch a film at 8 p.m. and on the way we will buy some popcorn. It must be getting close to twice as long, isn't it? Can't see at the moment.
Oh,
yeah.
We are on the way, so buy me popcorn.
And on the way we will buy some popcorn. Oh, this is correct. This is right.
You could take away the I as well, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, we probably could actually, yeah. Oops. Going take son cinema, watch film 8 p.m. away, buy popcorn. Yeah. So this is like what, 60%. So 40% of the original sentence was rubbish. That doesn't actually help. It just makes it more complicated. But this is all the essential stuff. So when you translate, providing you're picking up all the essential key points, these are the bits that you need to actually translate into Japanese almost entirely. So let's see. Konya, this evening. Take son. So I think we'd just say musuko o. Cinema, eigakan, ni. I know that ni is kind of an extra bit in Japanese, but we'll look at that. But we're going to watch a film, eiga o mi ni. Eiga, and I don't need to use eiga o mi ni. Eiga kan. Oh, we need it again actually. Kan ni. Hachiji ni. Lots of ni's, I'm afraid. Ikimasu. And then on the way is toju de. Popcorn o kaimasu. So actually slightly longer than the telegrammed version, but not as long as the original English version.
To instead of wo for musko?
Musko. We could actually, yeah, with, couldn't we? Yeah, good. Yeah. Musko to eiga o mini ki mini kani. Yeah, that's everything's there, isn't it?
Maybe to get rid of one ni, connect the hour to the evening. This evening at 8. Konya no.
Yeah.
Hachiji.
Musko to. Very good. Yeah. Konya no.
Particle madness.
Exactly. Actually, we still end up with ni. I'm afraid we still have to use ni there. I'm afraid, but it does make it a bit cleaner.
We use de in the eigakan because that's where it takes place. Instead of ni.
Well, we've got mini eigakan mini ikimasu. That's what I wanted to do actually.
Do you really need the me? Because if you're going to the cinema, I suppose you're going to watch a movie.
True, but I mean, this is just a detail that we can't. That if you lost it, you might lose a little bit of meaning to the sentence. But musuko to eiga o eigakan. We still need ni, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Mini ikimasu, I'm afraid. Yeah, that still has to go this way to be completely correct. So now it's this is grammatically perfect Japanese. But yeah, this was just a demonstration to show we need to be careful now at the level of sentences that we're making in this class, especially, that we don't end up translating rubbish from our own language into try and translate to Japanese. Like the word some, like some popcorn, we don't need it. Popcorn is popcorn. If it's a lot of popcorn, it's takusan. If it's a little bit of popcorn, it's skoshi. Anything else it's popcorn. Yeah, so there we are. Any questions, guys, about
it's interesting because in a way, Japanese language is a lot like it happens to be a lot like Japanese people, like Japanese culture. They stick to what is
minimalist.
Instead of flourishing, they stick to what's important. What's
simple and effective stuff.
Simple and effective, yeah.
Yeah. Minimalism. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's probably I don't know if it's connected to the color, because obviously Japanese has been influenced somewhat by Korean and Ainu and Chinese, but yeah, certainly it's quite similar in that it is fairly minimalist. Okay, any questions, guys? Any problems? We'll do this a bit more. In fact, this is one of those kind of mortar between the bricks, this Danimore. So we'll use this more because we're going to need to use it. It occurs in normal sentences. All right. Thank you very much for your time this evening, guys. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
良い晩を気をつけて。
Goodbye.
気をつけて。
ありがとう。
またね。
じゃあね。またね。
またね。
またね。